Alright, Pokemon Ruby, but I can only use Archie's team as far as Carvana and Poochyena died. Alright, time to fight the rival. And, well, I just bit it to death. Plus, Rough Skin is hilarious. Alright, I catch a Poochyena, and I call it good. Alright, time to fight Roxanne. I lead off with Fish, and I bite down the Geodude. 3 bites to it in. Next up is her Nose Pass, so I send out good, and I just start sand attacking Nose Pass down as it hardens. My goal here is just to get it to -6. Because ain't no way in hell I'm not one-shotting this thing. So after getting my 6, I switch over to Fish. I eventually do take out Bites. It hits me with only a Rock Throw once. I take it out with Bites. Alright, I catch a Zubat, my final team member. Yeah, Watson's gonna be fun. But that's for later. Right now, we have to deal with Broly. And I train bad up to level 21 with Wing Attack. There's no way in hell he's gonna do this any other way. So after my Chop goes down to 2 Wing Attacks, next up to his Makuhita goes down to 2 Wing Attacks too after he bulks up and heals. So yeah, Broly was easy as ever. What do you expect? I have a level 21 bat that uses wings. Yay. Alright, May time. She leads off with Wilmer. I'll lead off with Fish. I bite it to death. Because goddammit, I like Fish. Alright, next up is her Combustion. I send out Bat. I'm upset to set later. I just didn't do it right away this time. I forgot to. Alright, Wing Attack one-shots. I send out Good for sure, Mr. Reese. So I back out the bat and kill it. Alright, Wally time. Good bites it and it dies. Good boy. Girl, I meant, sorry. Alright, Watson time. I'll lead off with my newly evolved Mightyena. Well, not my newly evolved, Wall 8 team, but still. I Rock Smash his manually redo anything, and you know, he's just stopping me now. I eventually take him out with Rock Smash. The next up's Voltorb. I send out Carvana to deal with it. It takes me out the Spark though. I send out Golbat. I go for a bite. He's a Sonic Boom and takes that out with the Spark eventually. Then I send out Mightyena. I go for Bion. It goes for Self-Destruct, leaving me at 4 HP. Then Magneton comes out and takes me out. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be a bitch. Alright, time to come back after grinding. Alright, I'm level 30 this time around. Lead off for Rock Smash, just half. Loses defense, I get paralyzed. Another Rock Smash takes him out. After he misses a Supersonic. I send out Sharpedo for his Voltorb. 1 Crunch does it in. Last up's Magneton. I stay in, screech it twice, then get Thunder Wave, Sonic Boom, then Shockwave. Send to Mightyena. Rock Smash does half. I get paralyzed to do a Shockwave. Then he hits me with a Sonic Boom for some reason. Then I take him out. Alright, time to fight Admin Tabitha, who really fell off in the remakes. And well, he went down pretty easily. Alright, Maxi time, and well... Yeah, Maxi now. We both lead off with our Mightyenas. I start Rock Smashing his down, he Sand Attacks, and well, my luck is abysmal, so I just keep missing and missing and missing. He keeps biting me. I eventually do take him out, though. Realizing, like, oh yeah, my luck's terrible. So after I eventually take him out at half health, by the way, I switch out to Sharpedo for his Golbat. I taught it Rock Tomb because, well, Sharpedo learns no water type is all along. I need someone for the Fire Gem just in case. And Crunch I take out the Crunch. That's up Camera Up. I dig, but he needs a Magnitude 9. Yeah, I'm dead. So Sharpedo, just go for Crunch because we're focused as you know, Crunch takes it out. Alright, Fennery time. Lead off with Good Girl. I go for Dig, and I take out both for Slugmas pretty easily. As once it's a Blight Screen, and I don't even know what the other one did. So it went for Flamethrower. I wish Slugma got Flamethrower that early. Trust me, I've used it in Hard Gold. Alright, now last up's Torkoal. I start digging through it, doesn't do too much damage, just hit me with Overheat. I go for Dig again, goes for Flail, it gets for Overheat again because of the drop, it doesn't kill me. I'm at 1 HP, I go for Rock Smash, forgetting it has White Smoke. I go for Dig again to do damage, I take it out with the Overheat. It's -6 now, I send out Sharpedo, go for a Rock Tomb, almost take it out, goes for Body Slam. I go for another Rock Tomb. I keep Rock Tombing it down, goes for Attract. Yeah, I'm in love, I take it out with the Rock Tomb. Alright, next up is Norman. And I go for Screech, he goes for Yawn. I go for another Screech, bringing a Slacking to -4. I fall asleep. Hits me with Facade, I switch out to Good Girl. To Intimidate it, I start Rock Smashing, I do about 40%. I keep Rock Smashing, I eventually take out the Rock Smashes. Next up is his next Slacking. I send out Bat. I confused it, and then I started Wing Attacking it down, and you know, he's slacking off. It was really a stall fest. But surprisingly, Bat, I forgot how strong Crobat is, because Bat was actually able to power through and actually take out the slacking eventually. It technically took a sub out of Confusion, because Confuser was whatever. That's what's bigger off. I confused it, and I started Wing Attacking it down. Confusion and Wing Attack took it out. Yay. Critical Wing Attack, that helps too. Alright, time to court Courtney. So I totally would have to do that. I surfed her Numels, and yeah, that's about it. I just surfed through an entire team. Yeah, I don't have Archie's moveset, because that'd be too painful. Alright, mate fight time. I lead off with Fish, and I just crunch her Wilmer to death. Combuskin, Surf, one-shots. And last up, I put on set up to this fight because I keep forgetting to, is her Shermis. Wing Attack does it. Winona time. So we off with Bat. A couple wing attacks took out Swallow. Next up Skarmory. I meant Pelipper. I confused it. And I started air cuttering it. I don't know why I started to go for air cutter first, because it was weaker, but whatever. Took some confusion. Next up Skarmory. I confused it. And then I swapped out to Fish, because Fish don't think I do anything. I go for Surf. It goes for Sand Attack. Go for No Surf. Take it out. I think that's important. Takes up Zaltaria. I start Rock Tombing it down. She starts Dragon Dancing. I Rock Tomb it down, get it to red. She heals. I missed a Rock Tomb. As she heals, I miss another one. She goes for Dragon Dance. And then she outspeeds and takes out the Earthquake. Fuck. I send out Bat. Go for Confuse Ray. It hits out Confusion. I go for Wing Attack. Almost takes it out. Goes for another Dragon Dance. I go for Confuse Ray again to reconfuse it. It hits stuff with a Confusion. I take it out the Wing Attack. I got lucky. Alright, time to fight May again. Swallow gets taken out by Good eventually. After Endeavor leaving me on 8 health. Next up's Combustion. I go for Dig. Gives for Bulk Up. I do about half. Taking out a Quick Attack. I send out Sharpedo to finish it off with a Surf after I get hit with a Quick Attack. Next up Shroomish. I stay it in. I go for Crunch. Gives for Poison Power. Another Crunch took it out. Why is that thing not a Breloom yet? I don't know. Last up's for Whalmer. A couple Crunches did it in. That's why I got confused by Water Pulse. I took myself out. I send out Bat and Airlace took it out. And there goes May, the most disappointing rival in all. Alright, next up is Tabitha. She gets off Numel. I took out a few Aerial Aces. Next up's Camerupt. I go for Aerial Ace and one shot with a critical. Next up's Mightyena. I Aerial Aced it. Goes for Scary Face. I kept Aerial Acing it. Scary Face again. And it went for Swagger. Then I took out an Aerial Ace. Alright, Tate and Liza. I first start off with Surfing and Confuse Raying. Surf does a good amount of damage, but it goes for Calm Mind. Then Lunatone goes for Sunny Day. So I switch over to Crunch. So I bit Lunatone and I Crunched all taken out. Then Lunatone set up a Light Screen. So basically, I confused it, then I spent the rest of the time crunching it, biting it, she eventually heals, and by the time this Light Screen drops, I was able to take it out with 2 more turns of Crunch and Bite. Now Satan and Liza. Not an annoying fight, but a tedious one. Alright, time to do Aqua shit now. Fun. Alright, time to battle Courtney. She leads off with Camerupt. I said Aqua shit, I meant Magma shit. I digged her Camerupt. As it kept it easy, I just kept digging until it's dead. Next is Mightyena. I just Rock Smash of my Mightyena. And yeah. And don't worry, we're gonna get Mightyena a better moveset by the time the Elite Four comes, but I need these HMs, so yeah. Alright. I keep thinking this game was Emerald, so I said Aqua shit, but now how about Magma, Maxi. Rock Smash. Rock Smashes Mightyena down. And he has 2 levels on me. He's takedown, Rock Smashing. Get a critical, he heals. I keep Rock Smashing, load his defense. He misses a Swagger. I keep Rock Smashing. He gives our takedown, take him out the Rock Smash. Next up's Crobat. I swapped out to my Crobat to biting it. I Aerial Ace it. He confuses me. I go for Fly as he heals. And he still has Super Push this late in the game. I don't know why. I Aerial Ace it, take it out. Last up's Camerupt. I sent out Fish and took it out with 1 Surf. Alright, now that that's done and over with, time to fight Wallace. I lead off with Crobat, 2 Aerial Aces to take out Love Disc. Next up is his Celio. I switch out to Fish as it goes for Aurora Beam. It's critical hit. I go for Rock Tomb. He goes for Body Slam, paralyzing me. He goes for Body Slam, taking out Fish. Next up's Mightyena. I go for Rock Smash. He goes for Aurora Beam. I keep going for Rock Smash. I get it to red. He heals it with a Hyper Potion. I keep going for Rock Smash. He eventually takes Mightyena out with the Body Slam. Critical hit. I send out Bat. Aerial Ace finishes it off. Next up is Milotic. I go for Confuse Ray. And it hurts itself. I go for Aerial Ace, and it takes me out with an Ice Beam. Well, it freezes me with Ice Beam, and then it takes me out. More likely. Alright, I'm back at level 50. I know it's a bit overkill, but god damn it, this is annoying. I go for Flying Aerial Ace to get out Love Disc. Next up, Celio. Just for Aurora Beam. I go for Rock Tomb. Doing 75%. I go for Rock Tomb again, but I missed. Get out the Surf. Whiscash, I surfed. It took me out the Earthquake. Fly took out Whiscash. That's just my loadout. I go for Confuse Ray. It hits itself. I go for Poison Fang. And then critical Poison Fang takes it out. That's up Sea King. I go for Fly. Takes me out with Water Pulse. I send out Mightyena. And I eventually crunched to death. That's where he healed. Alright. Now that we get beaten Wallace, time to fight Wally. And Victory release off Altaria. I lead off Fish. I go for Crunch. I go for Crunch. I go for Rock Tomb. Then I finish off the Crunch. Then it's Mighty Magneton. I send out Good. I go for Dig on it. And Dig one-shots it. Next up is Altaria. I decided to crunch to death. Delcatty, I start Rock Smashing down. I forgot how cool Mightyena is, but puts me to sleep with Sing. Then he goes for Tri Attack with Assist, almost kills me. He keeps going for Fan Attack for some reason. I'm asleep for like all 5 turns. Goes for Future Sight to take out Rock Smash. Since I'm Gardevoir, I go for Crunch, doing a good amount of damage. As it goes for Calm Mind, Future Sight took me out. I send out Fish. I go for and 2 Crunches, take it out, and that was Wally. Now, there's Roselia, but it's Roselia, so Now it's time for the Elite Four. Sydney time. He leads off my Yana, I lead off mine. I rock smash to death eventually. Alright, next up, let's swap out the Crobat, Aerial Ace to avoid the sand attacks. Next up is his Shiftry, Aerial Ace one-shots it. Next up is Cacturn, Aerial Ace one-shots it. Next up is Sharpedo, 2 Aerial Aces does a dance, or hits me with Swagger, I hit myself. Alright, and last up is his Absol, he goes for Snatch, I hit with an Aerial Ace, take it out. Alright, next up is the Ghost type trainer, and since I have 2 Dark types, yeah, make quick work of her really. The one problem was her fucking pressure and confusion, but other than that, I was able to take her out good for the most part. Yeah, she really loves lowering your PP. She got out the dig. Sableye, I just dug it. This hits me with Shadow Ball, go for Crunch. It hits me with Shadow Ball, another I take it out the dig. Next up is her Banette. I side switch out the Fish just to save PP. I crunched it, her Banette. Last up is her Dusclops. Crunch in a Surf. Well, I hit myself, Confusion, took myself out. I took it out. Alright, next up is Glacier. I lead off with Bat, Steel Wing, or Glalie. 2 Steel Wings as it in. Next up is her Celio. I send out Sharpedo to go for Rock Tombs to with Surf. I take out 2 Rock Tombs. And then next up is our other Celio. I do the same thing. But takes me out Blizzards. And then I just lose. Yeah, so next, level 65. Steel Wing, Rock Tombs, and a Wall Rank taken out by a Critical Crunch, which is nice. And Glalie, Critical Crunch too. See? Grinding. Drake. Confuse Ray to Shelgon. Then I start Aerial Acing it. Next is Flygon. I send out Fish. Because for Dragon's Breath paralyzes me. I take it out with the Surf. Altaria. Aerial Ace killed it. Flygon. I confused it. Then I start Aerial Acing it. And then it goes down last up to Salamence. I confused it. Then I go for Poison Fang and try to poison it. This is me a Dragon Claw. I get poison. Hit itself. It goes poison. I use Poison Fang. He snaps out. Dragon Claw. Eats a berry. And then I use Poison Fang. He takes me out Dragon Claw. I send out my Nieta. And the Toxic Poison took him out. Alright, Steam and Stone. Use off Skarmory. I Surf it. It talks me. Surf. I just one-shot the Aggron. Except Cradilly. I send out Bat. It goes for Confuse Ray. I go for Steel Wing. Do about half because we're Ancient Power. I go for Steel Wing again, almost killing it. And more Steel Wings, take it out. I Confuse Ray Claydol. Then I hit it with an Aerial Ace just to do damage. Takes me out with an Ancient Power. I send out Sharpedo and finish it off with Surf. Next up, he sends out his Metagross. I go for Earthquake. And I bring it to yellow. He goes for Earthquake 2, taking me out. I send out Good. I go for Dig as he eats a berry. And then after Dig, a Crunch takes it out. And that was Steven Stone. Oh yeah, and Armall. And there we go. Proof that Archie could be Pokemon Ruby. And feel level 65 at least. That got close to the very end. Hope you all enjoy. Leave suggestions for the future, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.